Well, we're a long way from that. You can't charge the 2016 crimes alone anymore because the statute of limitations are long gone. So that's, it's great that Tulsi Gabbard sent the referral, but no one's going to charge those crimes from 2016 in 2025 because the statute has expired. The best pathway to...
Wait, John, can I stop? Can I just yeah. I have to ask you this. Unless it's treason, there's no statute of limitations on treason.
They're not. Yeah, I doubt they're going to go do treason. I mean,
seditious treason.
This Justice Department couldn't handle the release of the Epstein files, which are like candy compared to going up against the best lawyers in the world. Right?
That's a good point.
You're gonna have to. But here's the thing: the FBI opened an investigation. The FBI opened an investigation in April on the grand conspiracy. You look at 2016 to 2024 as one ongoing conspiracy to use the tools of government, which are supposed to be reserved for terrorists, criminals, and spies, and turn them against the American people to try to thwart their will. First, in trying to get Donald Trump not elected, then when he was elected, to thwart his success, then when he was making his comeback, to try to prevent him from doing the comeback. In that scenario, a prosecutor can go back and charge events in 16 and 17 as part of the overt acts of a conspiracy. So it allows you to bring in stuff all the way back to May and June of 16 if you want to do it. To do that, you're not going to be able to rely on the career prosecutors at the Justice Department. They couldn't even get people convicted in the John Durham case when you had slam dunk evidence. Right? The evidence was pretty good in that case. The jury wouldn't do it. So you're going to have to go get a special prosecutor. You're going to have to move this case probably to a venue like Florida, where the overt acts of Jack Smith were clearly centered, and they're actually the more current acts. So the way these things work is you tend to seat the grand jury in the place where the most current acts are, then you wind people back historically to the plot. So a grand jury in Florida with a special prosecutor who doesn't have to rely on the career Justice Department officials to get rolling is, I think, a path that would be likely. Pam Bondi makes that decision, hands it off, lets a true special counsel staff get going. There's a real opportunity. Does Barack Obama get subpoenaed in that or in the congressional case? The first thing is they'll try to voluntarily get him to do it. If he doesn't, it's possible subpoena. Does he ultimately get named as an indicted or unindicted co-conspirator? Possible. It depends on the courage and the quality of the evidence and the courage of the prosecutors.
John, allow me. RICO, conspiracy, racketeering, I believe it's 5-year statute of limitation unless something happens within the 5 years later, right? And so my question is,
if it's ongoing, you can go back, but at least some of the overt acts have to occur in the 5-year period. So my question with if it's possible that somehow, and we'll find out in discovery, if Jack Smith sent feds to Mar-a-Lago for to go through Melania's closet and whatnot. If that happened, that brings it within the 5-year statute of limitation. Now does it open up to a potential RICO conspiracy on these folks? That's the opportunity. That is the idea that Kash Patel opened up in April. But let's think through what's happened. We are 7 months into the presidency. There are hardly any U.S. attorneys confirmed, right? There are very few U.S. attorneys confirmed. So the Justice Department is sputtering with very few people. 4 months have passed since Kash Patel first briefed everybody that he had this conspiracy case, or 3 months, excuse me. Nothing's happened. So the weak link right now is the Justice Department. I only say that not to judge the personnel, but to judge the scenario that the Justice Department has. Pam Bondi has to say, let's start the clock. I approve the conspiracy case. Here's a prosecutor assigned to your case. He's either under the jurisdiction of a U.S. attorney or he's given special counsel authority, and then you go from that point. If she doesn't do that, all we're doing is having a summer full of great talk show conversation, but we'll get the same accountability we've got for the last 9 years. All this ball rests with Pam Bondi right now. Kash Patel did his part. He opened the predicated case, which gives the Justice Department the ability to go this direction, to go the conspiracy route, the RICO route. But she hasn't even assigned a prosecutor to that in 3 months. We still are talking about Epstein when I thought we were going to change the subject from Epstein. So the link that makes this happen is Pam Bondi. She's either going to do it or she's not. And that is the trigger to all of this.